we go. Hey guys, Austin right here, bringing back another video. And in this video, we are going to be discussing something that is very serious and sensitive, and a lot of people struggle with. It is not only depression, but it's also anxiety, since they come in very close together with each other. Depression and anxiety, they're very real, very serious things, and they're more than just a sad day or a bad day or being scared. They're much, much more than that, okay? And me being somebody that suffers from anxiety disorder and stuff, I can give that the thumbs up. I can say, yes, I agree with that. I agree with that big time. And I have friends that, deal with depression, and I know people that have. What gave me the idea to do this video is that I watched a series called 13 Reasons Why. And basically, if you don't know what the series is, it's about a girl named Hannah Baker who kills herself. That's not a spoiler alert. That's literally the plot line of the show. And she sends out 13 tapes to 13 individual people, and because they're one of the reasons why. So it's 13 Reasons Why. There's 2 seasons coming up with the 3rd season. It tackles a lot of serious and life-threatening issues in the show. And it just gave me the idea to do this video because the things that they address in the show are real things that people go through. And I feel talking about it can really help somebody or put in more research to be done. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's a really good series. I really recommend it. But it got me to thinking though, because I mean, the girl, she does have depression in the show. At least I think she does. It just got me thinking, people go through that stuff, and it's not just some sad day or anything. It's more it's actually life-threatening, and it takes lives every single day, and it really needs to be shed more light on. More research needs to be done, and more help needs to be done. Okay, there's a lot of help out there, and so if you or a loved one suffers from it, you can call the hotlines, which are in the description below. I'll put the numbers there, don't worry. Anyways though, so yeah, it's just, I'm sure you know what that is, obviously depression and stuff, but I mean, people just look at it as some kind of sad day and stuff, or something, it's just somebody's being sad, but it's really not though. It's really not. It needs to be shed more light upon. I'm not crying, by the way, I'm just doing it. So it needs to put more research upon, because it's real. Depression is real, and it's not just a sad day or something to not stress over, because it needs to be talked about, and it needs to be shed light upon. Okay, because I have a friend, and if you go through this, I just want to say, be strong, okay? Just be strong, okay? Because it does get better. I know that's so cheap to say, and I know right now I don't feel like it's going to get better, but it really does. I promise you it does, okay? As I said in my video on my thoughts on sadness, it gets better, Reach out to a friend, okay? Reach out to a friend and tell your parents, okay? That's the one thing that you need to do, because they can help you, okay? If you have thoughts on suicide and stuff, first of all, don't do it at all. Second of all, go to your parents, talk to somebody, call somebody. You need to do this, okay? Because your life is worth it, okay? You are important, okay? And I know right now you don't feel it. I know it feels like you're worthless and stuff, but you're not, okay? You're worth a lot. You were put here for a reason, okay? Go to your parents, okay? Go to a doctor. Go to anything. Call somebody. Reach out to a friend, okay? If you need me, my social medias will be in the description below. I can help you if you're just talk to me. I know I'm stumbling a lot in this video, but I mean, this is unscripted, by the way. That's why I'm like this. I'm just thinking thoughts that come to my head. Anyways though, so yeah. If you know somebody that self-harms, which I'm sure you know what that is, cutting and stuff, like razor blades to your wrists and stuff, and your thighs and all that. I just got to say to this though is, stop doing that now, because it doesn't make you feel better. It just makes you feel worse, if anything. I know that I know you do it because it makes you feel numb and no pain, and you're so sad that you just want to feel numb, nothing. But that's not the way, okay? Just don't do it. It's a really awful thing, and I hate it. It's one of the worst things that anybody could be put through is self-harm. Because first, if you do it, it don't go away for a long time, okay? And you'll always remember that. It's stuck there, okay? It's your marking, it's your tattoo, it's whatever it is. it's years now, and it's kept on you, and you don't want that, do you? You don't want that. You're thinking about self-harming, don't. Because I know people who have, and it's horrible, it's awful, it's not good, it's terrible. Don't do it, okay? Reach out to somebody, reach out to them if you're thinking thoughts, okay? Because it's not worth it, I promise you, it is not worth it at all. Don't do it. I myself have never, like, self-harmed or anything, but I know people who have and don't. It's a truly awful thing to just hear that people can get so sad to the point where they just want to feel nothing. Like, that's just so, like, so heartbreaking to me, and I hate it. I wish more research would be put into it, and more, like, medication could be put out to it. I wish people would reach out to somebody, you know, because it's awful. It's one of the most heartbreaking things to see a young person with marks on them from themselves, all because, you know, this stupid disease, this stupid thing called depression, which is an awful thing. It's just very heartbreaking thing to think that people can become so depressed to the point where, I know I done said this, where they just want to feel nothing. It's truly one of the most heartbreaking thing I think I've ever seen from somebody, and the fact that most of the time they regret it too. So yeah. Once you do it, it's stuck there. You can never undo it. It's always there, okay? And it's not worth it. These scars are not worth it. I promise you that, okay? If you or a loved one have self-harm, please call somebody or talk to somebody, because it's truly an awful, awful thing. I saw the story. I watched a video. It's called The Story of Amanda Todd. And if you don't know what that is, basically a girl makes a mistake and it costs her her life. And well, as you can say, that's one of the most heartbreaking and sickening things I think I've ever seen, that somebody would do that to. And then that young girl, she was a poor innocent soul, and she took her life all because of one sick man. And I just gotta say, okay, if you're thinking about suicide or killing yourself or anything like that, don't, because your life is worth it, okay? Your life is worth living. Your life is worth staying here. Your life is worth beating it. This is your story. This is how you continue. And this is meant to be, okay? I promise you this. And you will get through this, okay? You will get through it. You can. You don't need to end it now. Because ending it now, you're just letting the bad side win. Get through it, okay? I know it's hard right now, and I know that this is probably one of the worst case scenarios out there and stuff, and it's worse than just about everything, okay? I know right now it feels like it can't get much better, but it does get better, okay? I promise you. And think about your loved ones that you're gonna hurt, you know, and you don't want to do that though, stuff. So just sit down, okay? If you're feeling like it, just get through it, okay? Go talk to a friend or your parents, or call the hotlines down below, okay? Or text me on my social medias, okay? I'm always free to open, and I'll help anybody who needs it, okay? So, you know, just get through it, okay? Because I promise you will get through it, okay? And it will get better, okay? So just keep on and continue. Now we're going to anxiety. Okay, so anxiety and depression are very like half and half. Like they're very similar to each other. Now, if anybody knows me, you know that like I suffer from general anxiety disorder, and it's awful. Okay, you know, but there is ways to cope with it. You know, you can Google it, Google ways to cope with anxiety and stuff. And if you're feeling like you're having an anxiety attack, first off, having an anxiety attack is one of the worst feelings you can ever have in the world. It's panicky, it's shaky, it's awful, you know. You saw the quote from before, and that describes it perfectly and stuff. Anyways, if any of you is suffering from anxiety, I just want to know I know how you feel, and other people know how you feel, and you'll get through this, okay? I promise you. And there's ways to cope with it, okay? So, I know it sounds like I'm not shedding as much light on this as I was depression, but I am though. It's just that most of the things I already talked about whenever I talk about with depression, I just don't want to repeat myself, you know. Anyways, though, you will get through this. I promise you this, okay? Like I said, there's ways to cope with it, okay? Just Google ways to cope with it. Talk to somebody, okay? If you feel like you're starting to have an anxiety attack, just take breaths, you know, calm down. Just go to like a friend or something, ask the teacher if you can leave the class, okay? And yeah, I got some more stories to tell. Back in elementary school, I used to have them a lot and stuff, and it's very embarrassing to have one, you know, seeing everybody seeing you cry and stuff. And it was always a growing fear of mine in school that each year I was gonna have more than the last year, okay? Most of the time I didn't have it. Most of the time they just got shorter, you know. Anyways, though, so yeah, set a goal for yourself. It's just like, yeah. Anyways, I wish for the best for you all. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this very serious video. I made this video to shed light on the topic, to get more research put into it. You know. Well, anyways, if a loved one or any of you is struggling with depression or thoughts of suicide or self-harm or anxiety, call the numbers below, okay? And remember, it gets better, okay? And as always, Awesome Rider out.